In Tokyo Olympics, boxer Lovelina Borgohain bags bronze, Ravi Kumar Dahiya assures silver in wrestling. President Ramnath Kovind lauds Indian Armed Forces, calls it most respected entity of the nation. Union Cabinet takes key decisions, approves a fast-track special courts for the next 2 years. In Assam Assembly, State Agriculture Department takes initiatives for upliftment of the state's economy. And Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh calls on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, apprises him on important matters of the state. A very good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of Doordarshan Guwahati. This is Hongita Kakuti Pathak, and now the stories in detail. In Tokyo Olympics, boxer Lovelina Borgohain has bagged a bronze medal in the welterweight 69-kilogram category after she lost to world champion Buznaz Surmenedi of Turkey in the semi-finals today. This is the third medal for the country. Earlier, PV Sindhu won a bronze medal in badminton, while Mirabai Chanu lifted a silver medal in weightlifting. It is mentionable that Lovelina is the first Assamese to win an Olympic medal. Meanwhile, Lovelina thanked all the Indians for their unconditional support. She also thanked the Assamese people especially for offering prayers for her.
ओलंपिक में मेडल की उम्मीद पर खरा उतर पूरे देश को उन्होंने गर्व से भर दिया।
As the country celebrates Lovelina Borgohain's victory, best wishes started pouring in. President Ramnath Kovind in a tweet expressed that she has done the nation proud. Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweets that Lovelina's success in the boxing ring shall inspire several Indians. Likewise, Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma took to his Twitter handle and congratulated Assam's daughter for bringing home the bronze medal. Meanwhile, Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur says India is extremely proud of what she has achieved and that the journey has just begun for her. And from the Olympic updates, on the 12th day today, Indian players began their campaign with impressive wins in their respective games. In wrestling, India's Ravi Dahiya defeated Nurislam Sanayev of Kazakhstan in the semi-finals of the men's freestyle 57 kg wrestling. He has assured the country of at least a silver medal by qualifying for the finals. However, in another semi-final, Deepak Punia lost to Taylor 3 David Morris of USA, but will play for a bronze tomorrow. Anshu Singh lost to Irina Kurachkina of Belarus in women's freestyle 57 kg. In golf, Aditi Ashok did fairly well when she got tied at second rank, while Diksha Dagar tied at 56th rank after the first round. Meanwhile, Neeraj Chopra sealed an automatic qualification for the men's javelin throw finals by throwing 86.65 meters in his first attempt. And in the women's hockey semi-final, India was defeated by Argentina by 2-1. President Ramnath Kovind said that the Indian Armed Forces are amongst the most respected entities of the nation while addressing the student officers of the 77th Staff Course at the Defence Service Staff College in Wellington in Tamil Nadu today. In his address, the President said the armed forces have earned the regard of the fellow citizens by their untiring efforts and great sacrifices. He further added that they have rendered invaluable services to the nation during war and peace.
In the Indian Ocean region. I am especially delighted that there was a lady officer among the speakers. I have been told that the number of lady officers in this course is going to rise in the future. That is a welcome development. The natural beauty of the Nilgiri Hills and the salubrious climate of this area are conducive to learning. I am told that the word salubrious is often repeated to describe the climate and weather conditions of this area. Its Latin root words denote its meaning as health-giving. This place is only 11 degrees north of the equator, but it has very pleasant weather throughout the year.
The stalemate in Parliament continued following relentless protest by the opposition over Pegasus snooping, farm laws and other issues, as a result of which both houses were adjourned for the day. Earlier in the day, when the Lok Sabha assembled for the day, the members from the opposition trooped into the well. Amid noisy scenes, Speaker Om Birla tried to run the question hour, but in vain. Likewise, the Rajya Sabha also witnessed similar scenes. When the House met for the day, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu said the government has agreed for discussion on the farmers' agitation and price rise. He, however, rejected the adjournment notices given by the Congress, Left, TMC and others over Pegasus snooping and other issues. This prompted the opposition members to come into the well and raise slogans. The Union Cabinet meeting today under the chairmanship of Prime Minister Modi took certain key decisions. Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur said the Cabinet approved continuation of centrally sponsored schemes for the fast-track special courts for further 2 years till 31st March 2023. Meanwhile, Minister for Education Dharmendra Pradhan said the Cabinet also approved the continuation of the Samagra Shiksha scheme for school education for 5 years from 1st April this year to 31st March 2026. The financial outlay for the scheme is over 2,94,283 crore rupees.
21 से 26 तक की इस 5 साल में लगभग 3 लाख करोड़ रुपया की एक रकम भारत की स्कूली शिक्षा में एलिमेंट्री, प्राइमरी, सेकेंडरी और हायर सेकेंडरी, और इस बार एक नया आयाम उसमें से जोड़ा गया है जिसमें अर्ली चाइल्डहुड केयर एंड एजुकेशन,
माइनर गर्ल चाइल्ड को, वुमेन को जो रेप के केसेस होते हैं उसमें जल्द न्याय मिल सके, उसके लिए फास्ट ट्रैक स्पेशल कोर्ट्स, इसको लेकर जो आज अप्रूवल दी है उस योजना को कंटिन्यू करने के लिए, इसमें लगभग 1023 फास्ट ट्रैक स्पेशल कोर्ट्स चलते रहेंगे, जिसमें से 1023 समेत इसमें पॉस्को कोर्ट्स स्पेशली 389 कोर्ट्स हैं। वो कुल व्यय इसके ऊपर 1572.86 करोड़ होगा, जिसमें केंद्र सरकार का हिस्सा।
In the ongoing budget session of the Assam Assembly, the State Agriculture Department, under the aegis of Kisan Samman Nidhi, took certain initiatives for the upliftment of the state's economy. Special preference will be given to farmers whose names have not been enlisted against their land holdings, said Minister for Agriculture Otul Bora. Answering a question raised in the Assembly by some MLAs, the Minister replied that the milk and egg production in the state will increase multifold in the coming 5 years. He also committed to set up a new state-level veterinary hospital. Meanwhile, various MLAs belonging to the opposition put forward demands in front of the Speaker for securing the Mizoram-Assam border and safeguard for the Assam police as well as civilians. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh called on Prime Minister Narendra Modi today and apprised him about developmental projects, law and order, COVID situation and other important matters of the state. Singh in a tweet said that the state was thankful to the Prime Minister for his personal attention in making sure that peace and development remain intact in Manipur. Coming as good news for the region, Union Minister for Civil Aviation Jyotiraditya M. Scindia says that an initiative to start direct flights from Imphal to Shillong will be started under the Udan scheme. He further added that the 12 hours taken to traverse the distance between the two places can now be significantly cut short to 60 to 75 minutes. Meanwhile, Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma too took to his Twitter handle and stated that this initiative will connect Meghalaya and Manipur closer. Meanwhile, he thanked the centre for this initiative. In the COVID update from the country, more than 48 crore 52 lakh COVID vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. Meanwhile, as per the Union Health Ministry data, the COVID recovery rate stands at 97.37%, with over 36,000 patients recovering in the last 24 hours. Till date, more than 3 crore 9 lakh people have recovered in the country. Meanwhile, the active case load is currently recorded at 4 lakh 10,000, whereas 562 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. With this, the total death toll in the country has mounted to 4 lakh 25,757. In the COVID scenario in the northeast, Arunachal Pradesh reported a caseload of 3,352 active cases, followed by 45,298 discharged cases. The dead account for 234. Assam has 11,093 active cases, while the released cases topped at 5,51,692. Tally for the dead is 5,307. Manipur records 9,490 active cases, 89,543 discharged cases. The death toll is 1,592. Saddled with 5,574 active cases, Meghalaya has a caseload of 59,803 cured cases. The dead account for 1,118. In Mizoram, there are 12,663 active cases, even as 28,177 were discharged. The dead tallied at 156. Burdened with 1,261 active cases, Nagaland has 26,234 cured cases, while the dead account for 577. Sikkim has 3,401 active cases, followed by 23,376 released cases. The death toll is 348. Finally, Tripura records 2,962 active cases, 75,569 discharged cases, while the dead numbered at 757. In Meghalaya, the Swarnim Vijay Mashal, or the Golden Victory Flame, commemorating the 50 years of India's victory over Pakistan in 1971, which began its journey from the National War Memorial, New Delhi, and was flagged off by the Honourable Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 16th December 2020, has reached the Light Corps garrison of the Directorate General of Assam Rifles headquarters at Shillong. As part of the celebrations, the Assam Rifles organised a victory run of 5 kilometres at Light Corps garrison. The Victory Flame will continue its journey thereafter from Light Corps to the 101 area for the next phase of celebrations. And to end the news, the main points once again. In Tokyo Olympics, boxer Lavlina Borgohain bags bronze. Ravi Kumar Dahiya assures silver in wrestling. President Ramnath Kovind lauds Indian Armed Forces, calls it most respected entity of the nation. Union Cabinet takes key decisions, approves fast-track special courts for the next 2 years. In Assam Assembly, State Agriculture Department takes initiatives for upliftment of the state's economy. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh calls on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, apprises him on important matters of the state. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.